Thanks, Professor Gordon Fleck, for kind introduction. I appreciate I have the chance to speak in this important conference. Today, I'd like to present our activity about critical metals. Today's presentation consists of following the 5 parts. As you know, Japan most depends on the mineral resources imported from foreign countries, including the oil and gas. This red graph showing the 100% copper and zinc concentrate and almost minor metal from foreign country. Jogmec's main area of the responsibility are defined as oil and natural gas, metals, coal, and geothermal. Jogmec joined hands with Japanese private company in each of these areas at various phases of project to contribute to the stable supply of natural resources and energy. Jogmec is a governmental organization that collaborates with governmental agencies and private companies both at Japan and abroad with a view to the secure, stable supply of natural resources for Japan, while contribute to the development resources business worldwide as the duty of a large consuming nation. In Japan, high-tech industry occupies a very important position in our economy. Their product requires various metals. Example was seen in this chart. Horizontal bar in the chart shows the Japanese share within the world consumption. As you can see in the chart, Japan consumes almost half of indium and gallium produced in the world. Japan is also an important customer of lithium, platinum, and palladium, used over 10% world production. This figure shows what kind of metal they use car manufacturing. For example, typical hybrid car produced by Toyota. Not only typical battery metal like nickel, cobalt, copper, lithium, and rare earth element, but also many kinds of metals are needed for automotive industry. This matrix created 2013 and 2017 are examples for analysis to evaluate the criticality of each metal. The horizontal axis presents economic importance, showing which metal was the most important for Japanese economy. The vertical axis presents supply risk, which metals are potentially risky in supply. The size of valves indicates the market scale in Japan. We found that the metal plotted on red colored, such as the platinum group metal, rare earth element, niobium, tungsten, cobalt, and chromium are most critical material for Japanese industry. It is remarkable point that the supply risk of cobalt and tungsten rise, and economic importance of PGM rise in 4 years. This slide shows an example of our investment support to the advanced project critical materials. Jogmec and Japanese trade companies saw this conducting the $215 billion investment amount 12 rare earth mine operated by Linus in 2011. Through our investment, this business grew strongly despite the rare earth element shock and started to commercial production in 2013. The mine was produced about 16,000 ton rare earth element since last year, and part of them are exported to Japan. This slide shows another example of our project. The world's largest niobium supply resource, the Araxá mine in Brazil, operated by CBMM, was a key was a stable supply of niobium for Japanese industry. In 2011, Jogmec and 3 Japanese companies investment $1.3 billion for 10% share of the mine. About 4,000 tons of niobium are produced annually in the mine. it has become the most important supplier of niobium for Japanese industry. This is the third example. Waterberg Platinum Project is our joint venture exploration program with Platinum Group Metals. We had conducted an early stage exploration in South Africa since 2009. After 9 years of exploration, we found a good PGM deposit with about 1,000 tons of inferred and indicated resources. That's equivalent to 15 times Japanese yearly consumption. Last year, Japanese company, private company, took over our interest, and they are now conducting advanced works with Impala Platinum. Currently, Jongmek invests in several projects in Australia. As for the metal, we have 3 joint venture exploration projects: copper, zinc, cobalt, titanium, zirconium. And also, of course, we invested in the Linus project in Western Australia. As I mentioned in the previous slide, we determined the cobalt, lithium, and rare earth elements are most critical materials, and the PGM, niobium, tungsten, chromium are secondary critical material for Japanese industry. Of course, copper, zinc, nickel also are important metals as a base metal. We are focusing on these metals as seeking a good opportunity for new investment. I consider Australia is one of the highest potential countries for such critical material and base metal. Anyway, understanding the global supply chain is very important. And in order to the stable supply mineral resources, continuous effort for exploration and sustainable development is indispensable. We hope that Japan can cooperate with each other to make a good investment in Australia. And finally, regarding Rugby World Cup in Japan, I hope both Australia and the Japanese team continue to win until the final game. Thank you very much.